All right, so today we're diving into Whispers of the Enchanted Grove.
Ooh, Whispers of the Enchanted Grove.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a fantasy novel, and it looks pretty interesting. Lots of magic, intrigue, love, war, the whole package.
Yeah.
So, want to jump in?
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool. So we were sent a synopsis of the story and some early reviews.
Okay.
So what jumped out at you?
Um, well, right off the bat, the synopsis talks about this fragile peace. Like right away you get the sense that things are, kind of teetering on the edge of war
Hmm.
between the humans and the fairies.
Yeah, and that makes me wonder, like, what happened before? What shattered this piece to begin
Yeah,
with?
exactly. And can they ever get back to a real peace, or is it always going to be this fragile thing?
Yeah, good point. Okay, so we got this like backdrop of tension, right? And then, bam, forbidden romance, a fairy queen and a human knight. It's total classic, but I think it has the potential to be really, really interesting. Like, what if the author flips the script on us? You know,
Mm-hmm.
like we think we're getting the wise queen and the valiant knight, but what if there's more to it?
Right, right. What if they're like wrestling with their own internal struggles? The queen, she's got her whole kingdom to think about.
Yeah, and the knight, he's probably got all these expectations on him too, duty, honor, all that stuff.
And they fall in love. Talk about a recipe for disaster. Or maybe something amazing. Who knows?
Okay, so we have to talk about the war too.
Mm.
Humans versus fairies. It seems like it's rooted in fear of the unknown. Like both sides are afraid of what they don't understand about the other.
Yeah, it's like they're looking at each other and seeing the differences instead of the things they have in common. It's a pretty relevant theme even in today's world. Like,
Right.
how often do we see conflict because people are afraid of what's different?
All the time, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of depressing, actually. But okay, back to the story. So,
Mm.
war's on the horizon. What are our lovebirds going to do about it?
Well, they go on a quest, of course.
Naturally.
Yeah, but this isn't just any quest. We're talking a sleeping dragon. They've got to forge alliances with, I don't know, maybe other magical creatures. And there's going to be
Wait,
sacrifices.
hold on. A sleeping dragon.
Yeah,
Okay, now that's cool. Every good fantasy story needs a dragon, right?
absolutely. And this one makes me think, like, what does this dragon represent? Is it good, bad, something in between?
Yeah. Maybe it's like a symbol of the power they need to tap into to stop the war.
Could be. Or, maybe it represents the destructive force they need to overcome.
Ooh, I like that. And speaking of overcoming stuff, what about these sacrifices? What do you think they'll have to give up?
Maybe it's something physical, like, a magical artifact.
Sure.
Or maybe it's something more personal.
Ooh, yeah, like their love for each other.
Yeah, that would be a real gut punch.
It would. Oh, man. Okay, so big themes here. Love, sacrifice, unity, all that good stuff.
Hmm.
But can they really achieve unity? I mean, there's so much history between these two worlds, generations of mistrust. Can they really overcome all that?
That's the big question, right? Is love strong enough to bridge that divide? And even if it is, what's the cost? Is it worth it?
Ugh, so many questions. We need to get our hands on this book. Like now. Oh, you know what else we haven't talked about? This Enchanted Grove thing. It was mentioned in the outline.
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah.
supposed to be a key part of the story. From what I gather, it's this place where magic is just like super concentrated.
Really?
Yeah. But it's also dangerous. There are secrets there, things that could help Shawnok and Apep, but also things that could destroy
This is
them.
like a risk going there, a
Yeah,
gamble.
totally. It's kind of like a metaphor for their whole quest, you
Yeah.
know? They're taking a huge gamble on love, on unity, on hope.
That's so true. Wow. Okay. So we've got forbidden romance, a war on the brink, a sleeping dragon, a mysterious grove. This book has it all.
It does. And at its core, I think it's a story about confronting our own prejudices, understanding what we're willing to sacrifice for the things we believe in, and ultimately choosing to believe in the possibility of a better future.
Perfectly said.
Yeah.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I have one final question for you and for all our listeners out there. If you were in Shinnok or Sir Apip's shoes, standing on the edge of war, what would you be willing to give up for love and peace? Something to think about. And definitely check out Whispers of the Enchanted Grove to see how it all unfolds.
I know I will.
Me too.